Hello and welcome. This is Pistol Pete, realtor based here in Santa Cruz County. Thank you so much for coming back. And today we're going to demystify the process of pricing your home and why it seems like pricing is more advertising than expectation. Pricing for a home can be difficult. You know, it's more of an art than it is a science. And every single home is different. So even if it's in a tract neighborhood, the location is gonna be slightly different, the sun exposure, the trees on that specific property, all that kind of stuff factors in to your home pricing. So whether you're looking at this process from the perspective of a buyer or a seller, the same data points apply. We're gonna go over the 4 main data points that you need to look at whether you're pricing your home as a seller or figuring out what to offer as a buyer. So in any specific market, there are strategies that are used for pricing that are consistent. These are trends that realtors and sellers tend to use, just match what the market is doing. And usually as a consumer in that area, you can feel it, but you don't really understand what it means to use these specific strategies. So that's what we're gonna go over today. So those 4 strategies that we're gonna go over today are comparable sales data, price per square foot data, list to sale price ratio, and then also an averaging of the 4 top artificial intelligence valuations. The first metric that we're gonna look over is comparable sales data. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find out what other homes in your neighborhood and what in your region sold for recently. So we're gonna go back 3 to 6 months, and we're only gonna look for homes that are similar to yours in square footage, in bedroom and bathroom count, in lot size, and then also very importantly in condition. So we'll look at maybe what other homes in worse condition than your house sold for, other homes in better condition sold for, and then analyze their pricing strategies as well. The second factor that we're gonna look at is price per square foot. We're gonna then take the average price per square foot of the best comparables to your home, and then we're gonna multiply that average by your square footage. And it's gonna generate a number that should be somewhat close to what your list price or perhaps your purchase price on your offer should be. So the third data point that I research for my clients is perhaps the most important, and that's list to sale price ratio. So list to sale price ratio is the difference between list price and sale price. And that means that if 100% is the list price, then, and things are selling for 5% over asking, then that means that 105% is the local trend. And this gives us a lot of insight because that tells us that the average seller and the average realtor that is advising their seller is advising them to list for 5% under what their expectation is. This is a really powerful tool when you're looking at a market as a buyer so that you can know what the expectation is of the seller in a very hot market, or it could be a great tool as a seller to make sure that you're in line with the local trends. It's so important that if you list for too high of a price, your house is probably gonna sit and not have a lot of showings. If you list for too low, there's a chance that you may set the bar too low for that specific neighborhood. So the fourth item that we're gonna look at is an average of the artificial intelligence valuations that I like to use. So for instance, I use 4 different valuations: Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, and then also the Realtor Property Resource, which is an artificial intelligence generated by the MLS here in Santa Cruz County. So before you get caught up with all the emotional stress of pricing your home and figuring out, well, where do I come in at with an offer price? How do I list my home so that it doesn't sit on the market forever? Well, these are great questions to have. Ask your agent to go over those 4 data points that we talked about, including comparable sales, average price per square foot. We're gonna do list to sale price ratio, as well as the average of the 4 main artificial intelligence valuations. All these forces combined can give you a good idea of where to start so that it doesn't feel emotional. It's just working with the market, with how the market works in your area. So you might have noticed during this video that I have pink fingernails. Well, I am a full-time realtor, but I'm also a part-time uncle. Hey, this is Pistol Pete. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it was helpful, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps us out. And if you're interested in these videos and learning more about real estate, hit subscribe. I post new videos all the time regarding real estate tips, just like this video, unique home tours, and then also community interviews with people in the area. We have more videos coming soon. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.